Welcome to In Moderation,
the show where we give you a moderate dose of info, sarcasm, and we already know we're not approved.
She will never sleep. I've never heard of a kid with such bad sleep at 9 months old. She sleeps like 2 hours at a time.
9 months, I was wondering. Dang.
9 months, yeah, 9 months. She should be sleeping a lot better, but she's not.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So we're getting by. We're managing, but it's just been.
She's going through too many growth spurts. That is.
I don't know. I think she wants to do things.
I'm
all the
telling
time.
you, you're going to have a rugby player.
Well, she's gonna be big for sure, but like she's gotta wait. She wakes up and she wants to go around and climb on things and move like at 2 a.m. That's what she wants to do. And we're just like,
I'm sorry, not a rugby player, then an American Gladiator.
Man, that show was good. Do you see the Netflix series on American Gladiators? Hey, everybody, welcome to the podcast In Moderation. Have you guys seen the American Gladiators Netflix? Anybody seen that? I mean, it's you really should if you haven't. Like back, they would do so many crazy events that would just get everyone injured. It's insane.
Oh, I imagine.
Yeah.
Does it go into like any of the steroid use or anything?
Oh, big time. It goes into a lot of that stuff. Like they like literally went to them and like, anybody using steroids can't be a member. But also, we're not going to check you ever. Or if we do, we're going to tell you we're going to check you. Like, it was so great.
You said it's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. You got to watch, like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like something, just look up American Gladiators. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm going to go look that up.
There we go. Yeah. And the voice you all just heard was our guest today, Hope Zuckerbrow, who, by the way, happy 1 week belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And by the time the listeners hear this, it'll be 2 weeks belated. So everybody listening, 2 weeks belated.
7-Eleven for all the cancers out there.
For all the man, whenever I don't like that it's called cancer because it's just like why like of all the things, like I'm a Libra, right? And if I hear cancer, I'm like, oh wait, hold on, nope, you're talking about the sign. Mm-hmm. That's terrible. Rob, are you Cancer? No, or are you a Cancer?
I'm a Cancer, but I'm also a Gemini.
A Gemini.
Anyway, Hope, how you doing? How you been?
I'm good. I'm excited to be on here. Like I said, this is the very first podcast I've ever joined, so pumped but a little nervous.
Yeah, for coming on to your first podcast, this is one to pick. I will tell you that. That's very
That's what Rob was saying.
A choice.
If anything goes wrong, just make fun of one of us. You'll do fine.
Easy.
But anyway, we
Well, you didn't have to make it sound that easy.
It's pretty easy. We like to have our guests now introduce themselves because at the beginning, apparently we didn't do that all and we just started talking. So we will give you the floor and you introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Hope Zuckerbrow. A lot of people call me the Cozy Cardio Girl, if you don't know my actual name. I started out as a weight loss account. I had lost 100 pounds and then I started gaining some back, and that really rocked my relationship with exercise, with myself, just body image in general. And so I needed to do something about it. I stumbled across kind of a series that I started doing on my channel called Cozy Cardio, and it blew up. I've since been in Good Morning America, the Today Show, Forbes, Vogue. It really caught on like wildfire, and now I am doing Cozy Cardio all the time, hoping to help people.
Are you doing Cozy Cardio right now?
Exactly right now. I actually thought about walking on the walking pad to try and be
You could hear the whole time just the humming of the walking pad and the steps.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
I thought I'm not that great at multitasking, so maybe not. But so yeah, now I just hang out on my channels. I do Cozy Cardio. I preach moderation and self-love and self-care. So who knows what moderation is, right?
I don't know, but it's lost. It's been lost on all of us. But before, I do obviously, yes, we got to get into Cozy Cardio. But I think before we get into that, I'd like to get into the eat what you want, add what you need.
Yeah.
Because, that was kind of where like I first saw one of your videos. I think I got tagged in that one. And then people loved that a lot, got really interested. I've been trying to do a few videos since. But like, yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so the Eat What You Want, Add What You Need videos got a lot of traction. It started out with Liza Weight Loss. I don't know if you guys follow her.
Oh, yeah.
She was the original creator or the first person to kind of coin the eat what you want, add what you need series. And I had a lot of my followers tagging me in her comment section thinking, oh, this looks like something Hope would love. So I went and I looked, and she was plating something up, and she was doing the eat what you want, add what you need. And I absolutely loved it. So I tried to do my own version, and it's super quickly like went viral on my page as well. And so I really want everybody to know I actually am not the creator of that. Liza Weight Loss Journey, I believe, is her full ad.
Yes.
She was the one who started it, and it has been a tool
That's okay,
that I
because Liam steals
that.
everything.
I mean, I do steal everything. I do try and give credit, but like, is it stealing if you give credit? I mean, I guess it is still stealing, but that's fine. Whatever. That's how you got. That's what you.
So many people do so many. I mean, it's hard to have an original idea.
Imitation is the highest
right?
form of flattery, isn't it?
That also, but like at this point, there is no like creating anything. Everything has been said. You just kind of like repackage it.
On it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I started using her philosophy, and it was super successful. As you can see, a lot of other people liked the concept, and then you made the video on it, and that blew up too. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by it. I was just like, this is, I mean, people, but I mean, I guess, okay, well, before we get into it, so give us like we're talking about like people know what it is, but like someone doesn't know what it is. What is it?
So eat what you want, add what you need was basically a philosophy that she was talking about, or like a method she was using for, she was a binge eater, or I'm not sure if she is or she was, what her journey is with it. But at the time she was struggling with binge eating, and that's something that I also struggle with. And she started saying, eat what you want. So if you want that Pop-Tart, if you want the corn dog, if you want the burger, eat it. If you're going to restrict yourself, you're probably going to go and binge on it later on. So eat what you want, but also eat what you need. Add what you need that's going to like keep you full. It's going to keep you sustained, make you feel good after eating it. So usually, like, if I want that burger really bad, I'm going to eat what I want. I'm going to eat the burger. But if I'm going to add what I need, I'm probably going to have, like, I don't know, salad, asparagus, something healthy on the side. Nobody eats asparagus with a burger, but you know what I'm getting at.
I mean, I'm definitely an asparagus with a burger.
There's a
for
study
sure.
along that I really love. It's the one where they took two groups of kids. One group of kids, there's a table of candy, and that group of kids was only ever allowed to go to the table of candy and take stuff when they were told at specific times. And the other group could go over to the table anytime they wanted and take whatever they wanted. And so the group that was able to do it whenever they wanted, they would go over, they would take one piece, and they'd go back to playing.
Interesting.
The group that was restricted when they were allowed to go to the table,
was it
they
like
went
toilet
over
paper
and
during
they
COVID?
Yes.
Everybody
That
just
candy
grabs as
just
much as you can.
disappeared.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
sounds good.
as soon as you get the green light, if you've been restricted before. So yeah, I mean, and I think the video that kind of blew up originally was like those. That was so funny. It was like pancakes. It was like Premier Protein pancakes. I
said I
remember
was
that.
craving pancakes so bad, but I needed to add a little like protein or substance to it, so I added maple syrup to yogurt, protein yogurt.
Yeah, the light. I remember the light and fit, because that's the best. That's the best yogurt. And it was like toasted marshmallow. And people, it was funny because everyone was like, "Wait, I didn't know Premier Protein made pancakes. Wait, I didn't know the light and fit made toasted marshmallows. Wait, I didn't know maple syrup was a thing." Like people didn't know like all. It worked. People really liked that one. But like there was a. So that in that instance, yes, you want pancakes, you add some protein to it, you make it more satiating, more filling. And there's I've seen you do many other things like, you want ramen, so you're going to add some vegetables, scallions or whatever it is, just trying to add things, because I've said multiple times, it's about adding, not restricting. Right. It's about what you can add to your diet instead of take away, because often when people go on a diet, they say, okay, what can't I have anymore? These several things, whatever it is. But instead of that, just how can I add these other things into my diet, which will naturally just kind of push the other things into smaller quantities, let's say. So like that, this just kind of quantified that, I feel, really well. You're just like, oh yeah, you eat that, but also here you go, here's some other stuff. Do you have any what, Rob, you got any other, eat what you want, add what you need? What do you eat? What are you wanting to eat, but what are you adding?
The biggest thing for me would be pizza. Because I mean,
Ooh,
everybody
pizza.
wants pizza.
Who does a pizza
Then-
so
I
good?
love pizza.
And I know my family thinks I'm so weird for this, but like I'll add a bunch of spinach on it, and I'll add a bunch of, and I'll
like
cut
spinach
back on the
pizza.
cheese. I'll ask for the cheese to be, cut back a bit, because some places they put a little too much on. I know people
A
love
little light
cheese,
cheese action.
but you replace some of that cheese, you get some spinach on, you get some greens on there, some peppers, whatever. Get some. I love chicken on there as well.
Pizza's one of the easiest things to do it because you can add
Yeah.
whatever you like. I mean, I'm like a fucking heathen that likes mushrooms and olives and all that stuff that people absolutely tend to hate.
Another one I absolutely love is if I'm going for fast food, I will ask them to triple the amount of greens on there, triple lettuce or whatever.
Fair.
I
That's the way
would
that
that you
is
live,
nice,
the way
yeah.
you're thinking, right?
I don't know what you're saying.
Everybody
So
talked at once.
No, I'm just gonna take over. That's fine. So my favorite thing is like, because I always get like those. I go to Costco, right, and you get those big boxes of like individually packaged. I don't know. Let's say Fritos, because I like Fritos. I don't know. There's something about Fritos. There's like corn. It's so good,
I
especially
like
the
them
barbecue
too. I
ones.
feel like they're
Anyway.
hated on actually in the chip
People
community, but
hate
I like a
Fritos.
Frito.
I like a good Frito anyway, but it's like 160 calories for like a package. People are like, oh, I'd eat 12 of those. I'm like, well, you could do that. Or I always grab one of those and then I grab whatever else. And it could be anything. Usually it's like nuts, like peanuts, or if I have berries or some type of fruit, or, whatever I have. It doesn't really, baby carrots, even though they're soaked in chlorine and they're trying to kill you. Other than that, the little ball house dressing. Oh, delicious. Ball house, sponsor me, bastards. So, you just grab like, you will be less tempted to eat the entire box if you have other things you can add to it and make it more filling. That's all. That's what it's about.
It is. And moderation.
And that's how you do it. Add what you eat what you want, add what you need, adding, not subtracting.
Let's not forget adding the peanut M&Ms into some popcorn.
Oh. Peanut does the coating melt on the peanut? On the M&M?
I mean, they're supposed to be melt in your mouth, not in your hands.
Right, but you put them in popcorn. I feel like popcorn's like my mouth. What is popcorn if not your mouth? I feel like it would melt in there. Like, I've seen people put like those snow caps in popcorn. I do not like that because you put your hand in there, you take it out, it's just covered in chocolate and sugar and it's all sticky. And I don't like that.
But the M&Ms have, because of the candy shell, as long as the candy shell doesn't break, they won't.
Okay.
It won't
They
melt.
won't melt. That's my question. Yeah, that's my question because I want to make sure it's just not melted. But peanut M&Ms fucking delicious. Oh, and popcorn is underrated, man. As volume, volume food, right? You just add popcorn to other things. See, there you go. We're giving you guys so many options. We're so good at this. Fucking give ourselves a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Eat what you want. Add what you need.
Podcast over. We're done.
All right. Everybody have a good day. We still don't have an outro. Our outro is just us usually yelling about something. Mostly me.
And
but
yelling
like
at people to
sometimes
not be their worst.
I think that's the
don't be
outro then. A consistent,
That is kind of the outro.
non-consistent outro.
I think people need to be yelled at that like everything's okay. You just need someone to be like, it's fine. Relax.
Aggressive affirmations. I love them.
Yes, that's what we need. But anyway, talking about aggression, cozy cardio. So
Oh man. The very first when I got introduced to Hope, it was because, speaking of aggression, the Papa Swolio video.
Yeah, we'll get it. Okay. Before
punching in the face.
Before we put the horse before the cart? No. Before we put the cart before the horse.
Cart before the horse. Yeah.
Cart before, because the horse.
You kind of want
go
the horse before
the
the cart.
You kind of don't want the horses pushing the cart, and you're just sitting in front hoping they. Oh shit. Talking about that, so cozy cardio. I want to just give the floor to you, and you give us like a rundown. So you gave us a little bit, kind of how you started it, but like who's it for? What is it? Give us all that.
Yeah. I don't know. So I'd say cozy cardio is like for anybody who is looking to heal their relationships with exercise a little bit. I say all the time. I think the fitness industry. Sorry to say it, guys, because I know you're some gym bros, but I think a lot of times gym bros,
For sure.
they make the fitness industry and exercising, and for people who want weight loss, feel really overwhelming and scary, especially for beginners. And like I had mentioned earlier, when I had gained the weight back, exercising like I normally was a lot harder. Like, obviously, when you have a lot more weight on your body, it's harder to do those exercises and stuff. And so when you get to that point, you just don't know where to start. You don't know what to do. Your relationship with exercise is usually down the drain. And so I wanted to start something that made me feel comfortable. And I actually didn't even mean to start like the whole series, the whole brand, Cozy Cardio, all of it. I just simply woke up one morning. I'm an early bird. I can't sleep super late. It was literally 5 a.m. My boyfriend had to go and open the restaurant that he was working at. And so I was already up. I had had my protein coffee in hand and the TV was on and the candles were already lit. I like a vibey morning. What can I say? I just hopped on the walking pad because I had my coffee. I was jittery. I couldn't go back to sleep. And I was like, damn, this is really fun. So let me go ahead and just make a little content out of it, see what they think. And that first video popped off and I said, cardio, but make it ... cozy. And from then on, it took off. And so now I've kind of played out on that, and a lot of people enjoy their own cozy cardio sessions. And it's basically just about doing a nice, relaxing exercise, getting some vibey ambiance going, and enjoying movement, regardless of what the number on the scale looks like.
Cardio for the soul.
Cardio for the soul. I like it.
Yeah. Well, like, for the type of cardio, though, I see you do like a lot on your content with the walking pad, but it can be pretty much anything that's just kind of relaxing, but movement, like.
Yeah, so that's something that I'm trying to kind of post a little bit more about. I really enjoy the walking pad. I enjoy walking. I've had both my feet reconstructed, so it's just kind of easier on my body to walk. However, I've noticed that people have really started putting cozy cardio into a box because of that. And so I'm actually trying to push out different kinds of content. I just got you can order like a small at-home stepper on Amazon for $80, something like that. I just ordered one. So I'm trying to show people, hey, you can make cozy cardio a little bit more intense if you want. Like, you can really get a good sweat in if that's something you're looking for, or you can chill on your walking pad and just exercise. But either way, it's just supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be with the ambiance. It's super important not to put cozy cardio into a box, you know?
Do you have a Switch?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I want one.
You should look into it, and cool. The Just Dance games. Because if you put those on like just an easy mode, it's just
some fun cardio.
It's a little cardio, a little bit of dancing.
So fair. I'm gonna make that content, and then I'm gonna tag you as the birth of that content. Thank you.
Listen, I will tell you, I don't know, those little steppers that you get on Amazon, I bought one. I don't know how cozy it is, because that thing, you spent 5 minutes there. I brought it to work, and I have my like coworkers try it, and they're like, what is this? They're like, my quads are burning. Like, this is way harder than I expected. So
yeah. I tried it for like 5 minutes when I got it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a burn right there. And so it did make me a little bit intimidated to try and like watch a whole show or something, or a whole movie while doing that.
Maybe watch an episode of SpongeBob. Like 11 minutes, I think.
Good plan.
Shorter, Rick and Morty or something, like something that's not quite as long.
Yeah. It'll be an adventure though, and I will be filming the first attempt at it, so we'll all get a good look at that experience.
Exactly. So like, it can be, whatever you feel. And then we'll talk about, because people, every time I bring it up, I always get new people are like, whoa, that's a thing. The protein coffees, give us the little rundown on that sort of thing.
Yeah, I didn't realize people didn't know a whole lot about protein coffee. I'm a huge fan of protein coffee. I love protein coffee. What I do every morning, I have an amazing coffee maker that does an over-iced brew because I prefer an iced coffee. And I just do a little over-iced brew. I pour in an entire protein shake, little 160 calorie, 30 grams of protein for starting the day, and add in a little bit of my silk almond milk creamer, and I have a delicious coffee. I shit you not, I've had that every single day for 4 to 5 years. I love my protein coffee so much that I literally brought 8 protein shakes with me on the cruise that I just went on so that I could have my morning protein coffee.
Nice.
But you don't have to use protein shakes. I've seen a lot of people use like little packets of protein powder or whatever protein powder, just mix it in.
Also the Fairlife milk, or if you're in Canada, Dairyland.
And it's delicious. Yeah, I'm somebody who needs a good amount of protein starting off in the day, or else the nighttime I'll just binge on everything that I can. So eating as much protein during the day as possible is super important. And that was one of the easiest ways I learned how to do that. 30 grams of that. Yeah.
What talk us about the flavors, what are they, brands? I don't know. Like, I usually feel like I see with Premier Protein, and then like there's so many different flavors. Like, what you got? What you like?
Yeah, I feel like people are gonna come for me. Listen, first of all, I'm not a fancy person, okay? I'm usually rocking with the Walmart Equate versions,
Right.
okay?
No,
It's
you're in the right
cheapest
place.
Yeah, I like caramel, if anybody's curious. The caramel protein shake's delicious. But that's what I'm usually rocking with. I sometimes like, I guess, a Premier Protein shake, like a cookie dough flavor. But other than that, I'm rocking with what's cheapest. I will say you can't refrigerate them because they get a little clumpy. I guess that's maybe the downside of generic brands. But,
all the name brands have that except for like Fairlife's the only one that doesn't, because it's just actually milk that they, ultra pasteurize, where all the other ones are kind of like water and protein powder, and you're going to get that clumpiness a little bit no matter what.
But it tastes good and it gets you protein.
But what about the chemicals, Rob? The chemicals. We gotta stop.
The chemicals. Oh no!
I know the people who are saying that are like vaping 2 seconds later too. Please don't come at me right now. The chemicals.
Hold on while I finish up this bump, and then I'll tell you about the chemicals. Oh shit! It's so true.
It's rich.
It's so true.
Covered in tattoos. Use all the products in their hair.
The chemicals. Oh, it's so good.
The
Botox. Don't forget the Botox. It's a huge
part of cozy cardio, so.
Yeah, so I mean, the protein, like you said, super important at the beginning of the day. I would say, like we talked about this last episode about like Gary Brecka's like 30-30-30 is like get protein 30 minutes after you wake up, like 30 grams 30 minutes after you wake up. I'm like, like a lot of stuff's nonsense, but yeah, getting protein early on can just be very helpful. You don't feel as hungry as fast. Whereas if you eat something that's, simple carbohydrates, you should probably be hungrier faster because it'll be digested quicker. So yeah, I mean, I love that idea. And then
it works and it's good.
Yeah, exactly. Like it works. And then I like, the candles and everything like that. Just make it feel like comfortable for you, right?
Yeah.
Cozy girl to my core. Absolutely. You got to make it enjoyable if you're going to want to do it often. If you want to move your body often, I had to make it in a way that I actually enjoyed myself. And I love a good candle.
Yeah, I mean, wear your like comfy outfit, right? Like everybody's got those like comfy pajamas that you've had for 72 years that are like falling apart, but you still wear them.
The best and the only way to do it.
I have a shirt that, shit you not, from when I was 13 years old. It's bleach stains everywhere. It's like an extra, extra, extra large. So it's just like a nightgown for me. I'm like, whatever. Like, it's comfy. I love it.
It's real comfy. I have one like that myself, and it's the best.
So yeah. And then, okay. I guess, so I have heard from a few people that cozy cardio upsets others. A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So, tell us, give us a little bit of the pushback that you get from people.
Yeah, I don't know. For a while, I was grinding with the cozy cardio series, and there was no hate coming at me. And I was like, yeah, what's to hate on? It's amazing.
It's exercise.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's exercise. People are moving their bodies.
Yes.
It's fun. What is there to hate on?
And it's mental health, too.
And self-care, right? I call it a little... what's the word? I usually say like a little meditational self-love moment. What was the question? Sorry, I'm so ADD. What'd you say?
I think I was asking what your favorite banana flavor was.
Yeah.
Super
are bullshit, by the way.
When they're like all black and stuff.
Actually, well, kind of. I do like them not black. Okay, that's like for banana bread, but like they need to be pretty spotty, or else I won't even look at it.
I mean, I like a good number of like, spots means there's more sugar, right? Like it's sweeter. That's great. But you want a little bit, like you don't want it to be mushy though.
No, I do need a little bit of a bite. I will admit. Okay. Yeah, but don't come at me with a slightly green one. Mm-mm.
Oh, no. That's awful. That's we don't talk about those people. But anyway, so you were talking about how like, gym culture and like the gym bros and stuff. I think I don't know. I think it's especially with like younger guys, and I've been there. You get really into this, like you want it to be intense, like you want exercise to be intense. So then you feel like everyone else should feel that way because we all feel the center of our own universe, right? So I think when they see like cozy cardio as kind of like an attack on what they like, maybe I don't know exactly what it is, but that's just kind of my guess.
You know what cozy cardio is? It's the opposite of alpha camps.
It's kind of yeah. It's
what?
So there's the alpha camps where you pay thousands of dollars to have other men scream at you and throw dirt at you and hose you down, and it's not sexual at all. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
Of course, we're not saying that it is in any way for those that do it.
But if it is sexual, that's okay.
But again,
we're not going to shame you.
To each their own, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's this whole like alpha thing where you have to be like this alpha male like stuff.
Super
and so I
feel like macho man.
So yeah, like there was this. So there's Papa Swolio who basically just spits out his coffee and yells things at people.
Yeah.
Essentially,
a lot of you have probably seen him. All he does is yell, "Go to the fucking gym."
Go to the fucking gym.
All his content.
Most of it, yeah.
Except for when he's getting angry at cozy cardio.
Except for then, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was insane, I have to admit. So yeah, that's what we were talking about. I don't get a lot of hate for cozy cardio. For the most part, people see it as a pretty good thing. But I don't know who shat in Papa Swolio's Cheerios that morning. He was not happy about cozy cardio. I literally have never seen a grown man get so viscerally upset about pretty lights in a walking pad that he would threaten to punch somebody else, let alone another girl. Like, are you kidding me? You're crazy.
Right?
But
I will tell you.
What are you gonna do?
I was just gonna say, whoever shit in his Cheerios that morning, every morning. It's every morning. That's literally his entire personality, though, is just screaming about things.
Yeah.
But like he's found this like group of people that like enjoy that. So you know, it's.
And I mean, hey, if you're inspired by some guy yelling at you to go to the gym, whatever.
I guess.
But once you start once you start threatening physical violence against somebody for exercising, you've crossed a line.
Yeah, and it's also just kind of stupid to me to be somebody who in every video your tagline is like, go to the fucking gym. Like you want people to move, you want people to work out, and here's somebody showing you like, hey, this is maybe something that helps people who never move, never work out. They're starting to. Like, why would you be so angry about that? It was crazy. I literally can't get over it.
Right. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes from this place where, you know, they have their own idea of what they like and they try to attack anything else. That's pretty much it. But yeah, for anybody out there, whatever gets you moving more, I don't care what it is. I love the VR stuff and whatever, because again, we've gone over many times how much I hate running. I really.
Unless you're pressing A.
Unless pressing A was the only way I did run for a very long time. And I will probably continue that trend. I did last night. I went on the treadmill incline like 20 minutes, like 3 miles an hour. That's it. I can do that. I'm good. Listen to my podcast. I listen to this podcast. I just listen to myself talk. That's all I do.
I'm not surprised. Well, like same thing. Like going back to the Switch, I'll grab get on a treadmill, put it on just a nice slow pace, put the incline up, and just play my Switch.
And it's relaxing and it's nice and you can let your brain melt a little bit, right?
Exactly.
And you get some lights. I mean, whatever gets you to move is awesome. But I would love to get, because the other thing I saw was you were talking about the Today Show where Cozy Cardio's been on there.
Yeah.
And how they did talk about you a little bit on there, but they also seem to kind of give the credit, most of it, to someone else.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to touch on this today. Yeah, so were you still going? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, we touch on everything. I touch things and then I let you go ahead, which doesn't sound sexual at all.
Yeah.
No, so
Liam does not touch certain things. Don't go there. Just disclaimer.
What do we say? Nothing is off limits, and that's
nothing's off limits.
We just lost all our sponsors.
That's it. They're gone. Shit. Go ahead. Yeah. So it was Today's Show. Cozy
So-
Cardio was on it, but
Yeah, so the Today Show, so I've already done Good Morning America, and it was an extremely positive experience, which is why when the Today Show reached out, I was like, oh yeah, I love these types of things. Let's do this. It's amazing exposure. And the person had told my manager, they were like, yeah, we want to interview all about Cozy Cardio. We want to know how you started it, why you're passionate about it, how many people you've helped. They really made it seem like they were going to go in on Cozy Cardio. And so I'm pumped, right? The day comes, the show comes out, and another woman's face is attached to the entire segment almost. I was in there for maybe 15 seconds. And I don't know what to say. I don't want to get sued for defamation or something like that. But straight up, she took the whole segment, Cozy Cardio, and then right after that, she dropped a Cozy Sculpt segment and is still profiting off of it, no matter how much I try and post about it, whatever. So,
and
that sucks.
oh yeah, it definitely sucks. What I find the most like, because she has Sculpt Society, like that's her
Yes,
whole like
that's
thing.
right.
It's like she already has her own brand and just kind of I don't know, like Kirby did this, you know, or he just kind of and then just like ate it. And but I like Cozy Sculpt. I kind of just stared at it. I was just laughing because I'm like, it always, the whole point of Cozy Cardio was like, you don't have to change your body at all. This is just about moving more. Like, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but like, this is just about getting more movement and enjoying exercise, maybe healing your relationship with it, all that stuff. And then they're like, hey, what about Cozy Sculpt? Because like, it always seems like it has to come back to changing your body. Like, exercise has to come back to changing your body some way. So it's like this is like the antithesis of what the whole point of it was.
And that is why it was so heartbreaking. And I still literally why I can't let it go is because this entire movement and now kind of the brand that I've been able to turn it into, it's literally all based in self-love. It's all based in just enjoying yourself and being happy with the movement and not having pressure and not, it was all birthed out of this like self-disgust feeling that I had been feeling because I thought I had to do programs like Cozy Sculpt all the time. It was supposed to be a relief from that. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, Sports Illustrated and stuff, I believe they called her Cozy Sculpt, the sister to Cozy Cardio.
Okay.
Terrible.
Sure.
Number one, why is
Now
why
you
is
have
Sports
shitty
Illustrated
siblings.
talking to her about Cozy Cardio? Yeah. But two, I mean, I've seen whole articles written about her being like, oh, Megan Roop showing you the Cozy Cardio trend, how she does it and why she does it. And it's like, she hasn't reached out to me at all. You know, I haven't heard one peep from her the whole time. So I guess she's cool with it. What can you do?
Yeah, I mean, well, not much except just try to explain it. That's why I just want to bring it up, because it always feels, just with any sort of exercise program, routine, or something, it's always about like, you have to be able to change your body in some way. And I feel like that's why a lot of people get discouraged, because
Absolutely.
you know, they exercise, they follow the program, and if they don't see the results that they saw in the advertisements, which are always like fucking outlandish and crazy, then you just get discouraged. So like, why would you even? And like, I get your brand is like Sculpt Nation and like cool, like that's fine. I got, you know, no problem with that. But like, just to yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of frustrating. It's just like you're doing the opposite of what it's intended.
Complete disregard for the actual message of Cozy Cardio. It was a huge letdown. Like you said, everybody seems to think that exercise has to have some sort of crazy end goal. And that's I made a video about this saying Cozy Cardio triggers people that I actually really do like, because in the video, I talk about how, like you're talking about, most people take exercise moving their body, and it is two things. It's either a form of punishment of some sort for them for what they ate or whatever's going on in there, or two, you know, it's solely to shrink their body or to grow their muscles or to change their physique in some sort of way. And it's become almost impossible to think about exercise as just something to enjoy, not to shrink your body, not to grow your muscles, not for some sort of crazy end goal, but just to enjoy moving your body because it feels good. that whole aspect has just been taken out of exercise, and it breaks my heart, you know?
I'm having to look at the Cozy Sculpt because that's
Go-
not
yeah,
something
go
I had
look it
seen.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and look it up, because I don't think I've ever seen, I'm just trying to, like, I'm sitting here trying to remember. I don't think I've ever seen a workout program that was like, hey, this is to get more movement and help you feel better, you know, and you know, you just make you feel better.
Yeah.
It always starts and ends with, you'll look better, you'll look like this.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just always has to, I guess in order to like sell it to like a larger audience and make money off it, like maybe you just have to do that. Like it feels that way, you know, like with I hope, like I want Cozy Cardio, right, to be able to just like, hey, this is just for, you know, mental health and getting movement and all these things. And like, do you think is it possible to sell that to a wide audience? Like, what do you?
Absolutely. I mean, without a doubt, I already have, number one. Number two, the Cozy Cardio Club is quite the army. What can I say? Number one, I mean, when this was all going down, not that I condone this, I want to go ahead and say that, but so many, I had no idea how much Cozy Cardio was truly supported and loved until that moment, because an army of people started going into her comments saying like, hey, this isn't right, this isn't okay, what are you doing, basically. And so I saw how much support Cozy Cardio actually had. And now I've started the Cozy Cardio Club Instagram. Go check it out if you want to be part of the Cozy Cardio Club. I just started it a couple weeks ago. I'm already at close to 5,000 followers, halfway to our 10K mark that I had. That was my goal for like the first 6 months, was to get to 10K. You know, I had no idea how this was going to go, and I'm already at half my goal in the first couple of weeks. You know, people love this idea of Cozy Cardio. People love not even Cozy Cardio. I want to take like the branding part out of it. They love the idea of pressure-free exercise.
Yes.
There's not enough of it. And so I do think there is a space here I feel like I've kind of wedged in a tiny space of the fitness industry where it can just be for enjoyment. And I'm hoping to just kind of make that wedge a bit wider as time goes on with the people who seem to love it. I definitely think you can. Yeah.
And I'll do everything in my power to try and make that wedge a little bit bigger, because it really, I mean, it's just every time, it's always when you go looking like into the fitness and exercise, it's always about changing your body. So yeah, I mean, I really hope so. And I'd love for, just because again, like you said, there's just, it's not there. Like it's not, can you go out and look anywhere else for something about exercise and not have it be about changing your body at all? I don't think you're going to find a single one.
You won't. And I do want to point out, you know, weight loss isn't a bad word. It's something that changes a lot of people's lives for the better. You know, it's, like I said, it's not a bad word. And Cozy Cardio is such a, you know, a broad concept that if your goal is weight loss, Cozy Cardio could help assist in that as well. Walking is amazing, you know?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be like that. And so that's just the biggest iteration I want to make is, yes, you can lose weight, you can change your body doing Cozy Cardio, more intense versions of it, whatever, but it doesn't have to be like that. Come as you are, sit back and relax and just enjoy yourself. That's what I want people to feel when they hear the Cozy Cardio, or when they see Cozy Cardio videos, you know?
Yeah, not so much sculpt your body.
Not sculpt your body. Yeah.
Well, you know, and the people watching on YouTube, they're going to see my face just slowly getting
a little bit.
What am I looking at? And it's like,
what else? What do we got? How are we sculpting our body, Rob?
The thing is, go for it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Well, that's the thing. Is like nothing about this is sculpting. Nothing about this is sculpting. It's like it's cozy yoga is what it is.
I'm not hating the idea of it.
Yeah, the idea of it's fine, but it's like, in addition to it being an oxymoron, cozy sculpt, it's also false advertising because there's nothing sculpting about this.
And she's being pretty smart about it, because I've been trying to kind of look at her socials, look at her website. She's not advertising for Cozy Sculpt. I couldn't see any ads. She wasn't posting about it. So I was like, hey, she knows about the situation. She's turned our comments off and she's heavily filtering her comments. So you're not going to see any context about it on any of her videos, but she's not posting anything cozy anymore. So I thought she took it all down. I was like, okay, you're not going to reach out to me. That's fine, but you're not posting about it. You took down the program. That's also fine. We're going to just try and like call it quits. Well, then I'm scrolling on my For You page the other day and a Cozy Sculpt ad by Megan Root is there. And I was like, okay, I can see that this was posted a few months ago, so maybe this was happening when it was all going down and she just never took it down. But then she was posting in the comment section 3 days ago.
Okay.
So she knows the situation.
So it's like the time I murdered I murdered that hobo, and then I laid low for a while so that nobody would, you let everything cool down for a while, and then you pop back up. See, that's the key right there.
And that's what she's doing, and
she's murdering hobos.
Do you know how to search the ad libraries for like the ads that are currently running on platforms?
I don't know.
You'll probably hate me when I show you how to do it and you see the results, because
you're gonna have to show me.
Not that I've seen the results, but I assume that they're there based on what you've said.
They are.
Probably.
I know.
So I will show you how to access. You can go and look at all the ads that are running on TikTok.
You're 100% gonna have to show me that. Yeah. Oh, that's not going to be good. Oh no! Y'all know how much
I'm going to hate this. But anyway, we don't have to beat this dead horse too much. So basically, yes,
I do appreciate you touching on it, though. Thank you for the recognition on that.
I want to try and get I really like the two things, like originally by Liza. Yes, we want to give credit, but like eat what you want, have what you need. Cozy cardio, just about we named our fucking podcast in moderation. Like we're trying so hard just to show people that it doesn't have to be this intense fucking nonsense about restricting everything. Fucking exercise till you get rhabdomyosis and puke your pants. I don't know. Like that's what it just seems to be so much, and I'm just so over all of it.
Me too. I feel I can definitely say like the happiest, the healthiest version of myself, if I can ever look back on it, I can tell you I was fairly balanced in life, whether it was food, whether it was exercise, work, life balance. I was practicing balance, and that was kind of what was keeping the ball rolling. Times where I'm not really practicing that, I can feel things getting loose up there, So.
And because
I just realized what Cozy Sculpt made me think of.
What?
Who's that? Oh, what's her name? The Asian lady who does like the really simple exercises on YouTube, and she's got like millions of followers, but all she does is like this. Right?
What?
Yes, I think I know who you're talking about. I don't remember her name.
Oh man, what is her name?
But like, is she the one that like say like, hey, if you want to work these muscles or you work your triceps, like wave your arm back up and down, back and forth? Because I feel like I have seen that. But like again, that's simple. I've seen like videos with like tens of millions of views. Or like, you want to work these muscles, just kind of like do this and like turn your body left and right like a robot. Like
Chloe Ting.
It's Chloe Ting. Yeah, that's
Chloe
who
Ting.
It is.
And like all her content is, it's. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. It gets people moving.
It's people moving, right? So
but she gives that impression that by doing this, you'll lose all this arm fat. Just these really simple. Sorry for the people listening. I'm just moving my arm back and forth. Basically, it's just really super simple exercises that aren't going to build muscle. And she makes the impression that you're going to lose fat and build muscle by doing them. Cozy Sculpt makes me think of Cozy Cardio plus Chloe Ting. That's what it is.
I can see that.
I can see that too.
It's the yoga version of Chloe Ting.
Yeah. I mean, it's just frustrating because I want people to move, and if all of these things, get people to move, that's awesome. But it's just it's all the extra stuff that we're just like, let's pull that back a little bit and just enjoy yourself. Exercise doesn't have to be, like you said, punishment. How many comments have you gotten, Rob? Or like, I get DMs all the time, like, "Hey, I burned this extra many calories. Can I eat this extra food?" And I'm like, boy, you are going down a rough fucking path. I've been there, and I'm not like rolling my eyes because like I've been there. Listen, we're like, okay, if I burn 400 calories, then I can have this. I'm like, earning food through exercise is a terrible idea. Like for many reasons, there's layers to why it's a terrible idea. But first and foremost, you're just gonna be frustrated and like, I highly 0 stars. Do not recommend. That's what I would say.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, don't tie rewarding behavior to your food.
Yeah.
Or unrewarding. However you want to put it.
Don't punish yourself with food, and don't feel like you have to earn it. I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting. So what would y'all say? I feel like this is a question that I get a lot of kind of beginners on my page trying to figure out the first steps to a healthy lifestyle, both diet-wise, exercise-wise, stuff like that. But I also get a lot of people who do, including myself, again, struggle with binging. I know myself, I've been caught in cycles before where I just felt like almost like the food noise, what do they call it, is so loud. All I can think about is food. And then I will end up restricting because I don't want to eat all of that or whatever. And then I end up doing it at nighttime or something like that. I know a lot of people struggle with kind of that cycle. What would you guys say to somebody who's struggling through that cycle, who's trying to kind of break it and to stop binging? What advice would you give?
Listen to our podcast.
Listen to our podcast. The whole time just waiting for that in moderation. I get asked a lot about binge eating, and there's a great, I'll have to look it up at some point here to try and mention it. There's a great content creator who works just basically solely with that. But it's a really difficult thing. A lot of it comes down to mental health. And so I would say
I was just going to say the same thing. Yeah.
Going to therapy. I've been through therapy. It's helped me a lot.
You have to
find out what the underlying reason is.
Okay, so would y'all agree, or would y'all say that binge eating is more of an emotional thing than it is like
for a lot of people, it definitely can be.
There's a good chance that yes, it's tied to something emotional, or something mental. And
until you kind of work on that, solve that, just some
there's
progress
also the chance that it could be tied to something hormonal.
Oh, fair. I didn't even think about that.
Need to go see a doctor.
Yeah.
Interesting. So basically, get in therapy and go see a doctor, folks.
Yeah.
Just go talk to a doctor.
There's something I like to say.
Everybody should be in therapy.
Everybody always says the whole eat more or eat less, eat more, move less. Yes, that's eat less, move more.
Move more.
But the other thing to that is get checked for underlying conditions.
Yeah, definitely.
So fair. Yeah. Cool.
So
interesting. This is a good question. I just wanted to see what y'all would say on that.
And people are always asking like, "Hey, I wish I could just get that one thing that you could tell me and it would fix it." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, that just doesn't often. It almost never exists. I wish it did." Yeah.
Liam, is it still light outside where you're at?
It is.
For like 30 more minutes.
It's like 9 o'clock here. What time zone are you in?
Central time. So it was 7 o'clock when I got on. That was 8 o'clock for you, right?
Yes, 8 o'clock. So I'm at 9 o'clock. So yeah, I'm a little bit later. But yeah, it's still light here.
It's still light there, and it's completely dark here. That's wild.
That is wild.
Okay. It's Ryan Nicole. Anyway, that's who I wanted to mention. It's Ryan Nicole, is a licensed therapist.
Nicole.
It's she goes Ryan, licensed therapist, or it's Ryan Nicole is what she goes by on her socials. She does a lot with binge eating and helping people. I just wanted to make sure I found that to, shout out.
I'm gonna look her up. Thank you, Ryan Nicole.
I remember she did a great video that I did a video on that blew up, where she's like, I want a bag of chips, but I also know it won't make me feel full. So then she basically put them on a plate with other things on it. It was literally an eat what you want, add what you need, basically. Yeah, that's really what it was. And people love that. And then that came along later. You and Liza, and I started doing videos on that, came a little bit later. So that was even before all that. So yes, I get therapy, all that. do that, the mental health stuff, but also just trying to balance everything out can be beneficial, at all.
Especially doing it one step at a time.
One step at a time.
Yep. I like that. Interesting.
Wake up, get yelled at to go to the gym, do your cozy sculpt. There you go.
Drink your alpha water.
Drink your last week we came up with the idea of alpha water. Oh, what do you think, Hope? So I'm thinking it's going to be called alpha water because I ain't no beta bitch. What do you think? You think that would sell?
Yeah, give me 12.
Give me 12. I only drink alpha. Put it on a water bottle. The water bottle, I want like spikes on it so it hurts every time you have to pick it up because you have to show how much of an alpha you are in order to drink your water.
I know we're making fun of it, but there are genuinely people out there that would buy that unironically.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Like, I know beta
the
bitch.
same people that go to alpha camp.
I don't drink smooth water. But anyway, what else is going on with you, Hope? How's the Alani?
It's good. This is a brand new flavor, actually. The Hawaiian shaved ice they just sent me.
Wait,
Hawaiian shaved ice?
Hawaiian shaved ice. It has a little coconut vibes in there. I'm a big fan of coconut. I'm not going to lie.
I've been liking Alani.
Alani's, it tastes good, but I have to say, I mean, I can literally only drink like maybe one gulp every hour because I shake so bad drinking these things.
Just
I
the
don't know how people
caffeine?
drink a whole one. Yeah, I mean, it's...
Those are like 200 milligrams.
Yeah, 200 milligrams of caffeine. Is that a lot?
400 is generally the recommended most in a day, but obviously depends on sensitivity and how much you build up.
It's so dependent on sensitivity.
Yeah,
like, I'm somebody that can have a gram of caffeine and nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's fair. I do drink half calf usually when it comes to coffee, so this might just be a little bit strong. Interesting. Am I sensitive to caffeine?
So like a cup of coffee generally
Probably.
has about 100 milligrams. So that's about 2 cups of coffee, give or take.
I've had an entire thing of coffee and 2 energy drinks today, and it's like, whatever.
That's insane.
Yeah, everybody has a different tolerance.
It is crazy. What I will say, so every time I try something with energy in it or something like that, or coffee, it's supposed to give you energy, it actually makes me just feel calmer, a little cozier on the inside, a little sleepy. Isn't that linked to like ADHD or something like that? When you're trying to drink something that like makes you get hyper, it actually slows them down or something?
I've heard people with ADHD say caffeine affects them in the reverse order or basic, but like I don't know like enough
I
to
don't know
say
the mechanism behind that.
Speak on it confidently, fair.
Because like a caffeine works by blocking adenosine in your brain. Adenosine is what builds up over the day and makes you feel sleepy. So if it blocks the receptors for adenosine, then if you feel like you have more energy, but your brain can make more receptors for adenosine. So the more caffeine you ingest, the more receptors you have. So the more caffeine it takes to cover those receptors. Exactly. And you can resensitize yourself by going off caffeine for like, well, it depends on the person, a week, 2 weeks, something like that. But some people build up to these where they're having 800 milligrams, a gram of caffeine per day because they've done this for, so long.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. I would be shaking everywhere if I had that much. That's insane.
And for those confused as to why I actually do drink caffeinated stuff, even though it doesn't do anything for me, it's the flavors.
The flavors.
No, that's fair.
Like,
it tastes good.
A lot of energy drinks are just so much more flavorful than, well, the sodas I can get around here. Maybe if I had access to lean sodas.
You got to get yourself some Mountain Dew Code Red Zero. It's so good. And I love that I have it and almost no one else does. Yay, me.
Mountain Dew Zero? Is that what you're talking about?
Mountain Dew Code Red Zero. So there's, have you ever had Code Red? Mountain Dew Code Red?
First of all, I've never had Mountain Dew, let alone a Code Red.
Well, I'm leaving this podcast right now. That was a good one, you guys.
Even I've had Mountain Dew.
Obviously, I've been around where Mountain Dew was offered and stuff, but I was a huge Dr. Pepper girly. Now I'm a Diet Coke girly. I've never been into
Mountain Dew, really? So Mountain Dew Original, solid, But like, there's a bunch of different flavors that Mountain Dew makes, like obviously Dr. Pepper has like their cherry and whatever, but Mountain Dew they go ham. They're like Baja Blast and like all these other different things.
Yeah.
And Code Red was like what you drank when you were like 13 and a gamer, and you're like, you'd have like 200 grams of sugar just by like chugging Code Red. But they came out with a zero anyway, and only like a couple places in the United States sell it. So whenever I bring it up, people are like, whoa, I don't care what the rest of the video was about. What's up with that Code Red Zero? And I'm like,
the favorite sodas, those will get you. I'm telling you, I don't know if you saw the Dr. Pepper did come out with a creamy coconut version.
I did see that.
They came up with, it was a regular one, and then they had a zero version. And so I went and I bought the 12-pack of the zero sugar one so I could do a taste test for one of my videos. And it was insanely good. It was so good. I got that one, and then I've never been able to find them again. If you find yourself a zero sugar coconut or creamy coconut Dr. Pepper, get one for me and enjoy it. I
haven't had it yet because I love real coconut, like you eat a coconut, but coconut flavored things always felt different. It always felt like just off somehow. So I'm like, I'm timid about buying a 12
flavored things make me think of coconut oil rather than having coconut.
That's fair. I can see
there's
that.
something about it. It makes me, there's some kind of like I don't like lavender flavored things because like that's fabric softener. That's not food, and I feel like it's kind of the same thing with.
How do you feel about cilantro? Do you have the soap gene?
I don't have that. People always ask me that. I love cilantro. It's great. Fantastic. But like there's something about it. I'm like, that is laundry detergent right there. I don't want my lavender flavor. Like lavender flavored tea, get the fuck out of here. I don't want that shit. Just give me my green tea and I'm happy. So no, and so coconut's kind of somewhere in there. I don't know what it is. I don't know. A real coconut's good. Coconut flavored things I do not like. But anyway.
Yeah, you're not gonna like the Dr. Pepper then. Do not try that.
It's very coconutty.
Yeah, and I like it, but if you don't like artificial coconut, you're not gonna like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. What other things during your weight loss journey did you find that you like? Like you always had like the Coke Zero or the Dr. Pepper Zero. What else? What else worked for you? What did you like?
Ooh, a lot of puff snacks, like the puff corn, the puff Cheetos. I was a big chip girl.
Things that are actually puffs and not gels?
Gels.
Yeah. What gels are you talking about?
I'm very curious about this gels that he just said. I don't know. What things are you eating? Is that food?
No, my very first video for the my protein reviews, I did the built puff bars.
Okay.
And half the video was me complaining that it's a gel, not a puff.
No, that's so not fair. Actually,
they're very like gummy. Like the built are. It takes some getting used to. If you like built bars, at first I hated them, and then they kind of grew on me. I don't know. It's like dark chocolate.
They tried to get the marshmallow texture. It seemed like, and then it just ended up being a little bit more taffy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not bad, but definitely not a puff. You're right. No, but like hot fries. I don't know if you know. So like for example, I love hot Cheetos. I love hot Cheetos so much, but
the Flamin' Hot Cheetos or regular hot Cheetos, like the extra Flamin' Hot. Because there's hot, there's Flamin' Hot, there's extra Flamin' Hot. Boy, listen, I'm a connoisseur here.
Is there green Flamin' Hot?
I'm gonna say Flamin' Hot then is the one that
I think you probably like Flamin' Hot.
I love Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but then you can also get hot fries for, I mean, it's not the exact same flavor. We're not going to get it twisted, but it's still a nice, scratch-rich, spicy chip that you can eat for like some less calories. The puff corns, I was all about that during my weight loss journey.
Do you, popcorners? Are you on the popcorners?
I've only tried popcorners maybe once, and don't get mad at me, it wasn't memorable. I don't really remember.
I think I tried
just had like the sea salt.
Salt and vinegar.
And I love salt and vinegar, I have to say, but.
Okay. Well, next time you see them, if they have the queso one, you got to get the queso one. The queso one is the best of all that I've tried so far from the popcorners.
Fair enough. I will try it. But yeah, I like the puffs. I will say it's kind of scary. So like, you guys are actually the first people I'm talking to it about, and I don't know why I'm just kind of going off and talking about it, but I guess we're going to talk about it. I started doing the weight loss thing. I got a pretty good following, and then I ended up gaining some of the weight back throughout I had the weight loss journey, all of that. I gained some of the weight back. And now there's like this weird feeling of I want to try and lose weight again. I want to try and go back on the weight loss journey again, but I am so terrified to post about it. If I start posting about it, all the expectations, everybody's advice, whatever I do, it's gonna be wrong. And
it's always wrong.
You look at when Adele lost weight.
Oh shit!
And like everybody just lost their minds.
Everyone. Why was everyone so angry?
I don't know. It was kind of odd, actually. Just beautiful either way, but it's a pretty odd feeling because, like, I don't know if you guys experience this, y'all. Or do y'all get? Let me ask this: do y'all get a lot of comments or criticism on y'all's like physique?
We get like the opposite, where if we're not buff enough, then we obviously can't be fitness experts.
Ugh.
What do I get? I don't get. Yeah, I mean, I get that from time to time. Most of the time, I'm just called a soy boy or something like that. That's typical. But like,
You're called what?
Soy boy, you know, it's mostly an insult from like the 90s or like 2000s, where because like soy is like anti-masculine. Yeah, like if you eat soy, you grow breasts and become a female. None of this is true, by the way, but like
no, and
like
it's actually quite racist.
Oh yeah, and it's also rooted in xenophobia and racism. But basically, yeah, soy has phytoestrogens, which aren't the same as human estrogen, but people like think it does because there was rat studies like in the 90s and early 2000s where they found that like as it raised estrogen in rats, but then we've had human studies now where it does not do that, but it still lingers.
We're not rats.
Yeah, we're not rats. It's weird. But yeah, like so soy boy is like an insult for anybody who's not like alpha male masculine. If you're not drinking alpha water, you're a soy boy basically. Yeah, so that's
y'all get some shit.
So yeah, I mean, for sure, but like, you know, for someone who's, you know, if someone is larger and they're trying to lose weight, they're gonna get like it's. I just filmed a video today about, you know, like there's a woman trying to lose weight and people are just like giving shit in the comments and I'm just like, you know, basically a fuck you kind of video.
That's the hard part. Yeah, you know, I feel like so like right now I do post sometimes like some of the junk food I'm eating, or I post a very balanced, I would say, lifestyle on my content, but God forbid, you know, what happens if I try and say, hey, I'm kind of trying to embark on this weight loss thing again, and then one day I show that it's a Saturday and I'm eating like, I don't know, a burger or something. The amount of comments that I would get, oh, but I thought you were losing weight. Oh, I thought like blah,
here's
blah,
what
blah,
you do.
blah.
No. I'll tell you. I'm going to give you some advice. What you do, you feed off the hate. It's important. This is why I have a soul patch. You have to feed off the hate. What I have a whole series of just reading my hate comments. It's more content. So you take those. I will tell you, those videos will always do well. You take someone's video and then you just like fucking go in on it, and you will have people coming to your defense. The people who aren't shit brains will understand what you're talking about, and they will come. So you have to embrace the dark side a little bit and feed off the hate.
Totally fair. I will work on it.
My advice would have been, don't ever say that your goal is weight loss. Just say that you, in general, are eating in a calorie deficit. You want a weekly, not daily, weekly calorie deficit. If you never say the word, I'm trying to lose weight, they can't turn around and say, I thought you were trying to lose weight.
Totally fair. Maybe that's the way I go about it then.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a shock because, again, like it's hard. With the Cozy Cardio brand, I've also built it into like this whole self-love, not about weight loss thing. But I'm also human who has gained weight, and that's the thing is, and that's why I said earlier, I don't think weight loss is a bad word, and I think, like I'll say, you know, I'll speak for myself. I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for me. It is necessary, you know. My knees shouldn't be hurting right now the way that they're hurting, type vibes. So while I understand that self-love and self-care and balance is amazing, there's also a time for kind of looking yourself in the mirror and being like, okay, I'm uncomfortable in my body. What am I going to do about this? And I am absolutely terrified to post about it in that whole journey, because obviously I post everything on there. How are you not going to see that I'm like going for more calorie deficit foods, that I'm exercising in different ways, that my whole routine's different, right? So maybe like Rob said, I just don't say it.
My spin on it would be exactly that. Don't say weight loss. Just say I'm interested in looking at a calorie deficit. I'm focused on trying to rehab my knees, my ankles, etc.
I think that's not bad at all. But I would say just basically tell what you just said to your audience and be open and honest, because what people love more than anything is honesty, because there's so much fucking nonsense out there, people trying to sell you shit because if you know whatever, because money. And so if you're just like honest with people and you're just like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, that you don't have to do this, this is what works for me. I'm sure, and like you said, there are people that use cozy cardio for weight loss, so I'm sure you could connect with them, and you just say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, and then feed off the hate. You take all the people that are being assholes about it and you fucking go in. I'm talking a video every day going ham like fuck you, and I'm telling you, people will rally around you and you'll get more support than ever.
You now have the American strategy and the Canadian strategy.
That's basically what this is.
Yeah,
I'm saying you go fucking in. That's what I do. Do you know how many fucking snapshots on my phone I have of just hate comments for that people have of me? I use them all the time. I love the hate. I love reading through like fucking soy boy bitch this. I'm like, oh, perfect. Save that. You're trying to ruin people's health. Save that. Yep. I've got a whole like mess of them. It's perfect.
So it never gets to you, huh?
I mean, listen, it's free fucking content that rallies my followers around me. And also, I could not be paid to give a literal shit what those people think. Like, and my favorite is when they go, well, I'm unfollowing. Oh, no. What will I ever do? Please, I didn't know Paul was going to leave if I said this. Please come back. Like,
not Paul.
Oh, no. Fucking unfollow me for whatever reason. I don't give a shit. I'm here to help people. If you don't want that, goodbye.
I just realized. Okay, so we're planning to do this like game show spin-off type thing.
Yeah.
The Patreon knows about it. And I just realized one of the mini games needs to be, is it a Liam hate comment or something Kanye said?
That would be good.
It's something Kanye said.
You can fill Kanye in with somebody else. I don't care. But
there is definitely something there. There's something there. Like, is it a Liam hate comment or something else? For sure, there's something there. We'll workshop.
We'll workshop that. Yeah.
I will keep the mindset. I'll try to adopt the mindset, though. Next time I'm seeing a bunch of hate comments and the tears are streaming, I'm just going to remember, embrace the hate.
No, smile. No, straight up smile at it. I laugh at it. I get a good laugh out of it. I save it. It's free content.
Some more.
People come to my, rally around you because your followers always will. It's perfect. Like it's this, I'm telling you, it's a foolproof strategy. And at first I get it. Like you read it, like it's, getting these hate comments over and over. Like it's, I'm telling you,
it can be discouraging.
It can be discouraging at first, but eventually it just becomes fuel. It's your food that you go nom 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 nom. It's your hot Cheetos that you just take in, and they fuel your body and they fuel you for more. I love the hate. I get excited.
You get excited.
I do things that will I do things. I'm like, people are going to hate this, and I'm going to use that. And it's going to be perfect.
I need a little bit of that rubbed off on me. Sheesh.
I'm telling you, I just got the hot pink shorts that Rob sent me. We got some hot pink shorts.
How'd they fit?
Very tight, and I'm going to use them.
You have a little twinning moment there.
They're like they're like shorty shorts. They're hot pink. They say in moderation on the butt, and I'm just gonna like get up in a video and just like walk off with them just like on and not even say anything. It's going to be beautiful.
That's amazing. Y'all also need to somehow, if possible, get a little photo shoot going on of y'all both wearing that, and that needs to be the cover for the podcast. Are you kidding me?
Just
so funny.
I'm gonna do the splits as much as I can with that. Oh fuck it! Like man.
Oh man.
Feed off the hate. That's the final message from this episode. Let the hate fuel you.
Yeah.
Become a Sith.
Because you got to embrace the dark side a little bit. On social media, you have to embrace the dark side a little.
You gotta.
It's gonna be there.
How long have y'all been doing social media, like consistently, would y'all say?
A couple years.
Yeah.
2 years. Something like that.
What year is it?
Yeah, right.
24.
That's how I feel.
If we count the time that I took a break.
Oh, did you take a break?
I did take 2 breaks.
Was it nice? Did you enjoy it? Was it long?
was like one was one was a year, and one was, I don't know, half a year maybe. And it was like you laying down on the softest, most nice bed, and the birds are chirping, and
the harp is playing.
The harp is playing, yes.
No. Once I got fuel from the hate, it was over. I was like, I'm on this. I'm going.
Two very polarizing
I'm posting multiple
sizes.
videos a day, and I want to get as much hate as possible.
Yeah.
Facebook's great for that. Facebook people fucking hate my guts. On
Facebook
Instagram too.
and Instagram, yes.
Facebook and Instagram, they fucking hate me.
Why? People just love to hate. They are
Oh,
so.
no,
Facebook
I'm telling
and
people.
Instagram are so toxic.
No.
Yeah.
I'm telling people their bad habits are okay, and I'm the reason that America is sick. That's the general consensus.
Instagram, I will say, is a little bit rough compared to the others. I'll post a video on TikTok and it'll get some love, but there's always going to be, I don't know if y'all get this in your comment section, post this on Instagram Reels, because apparently I'm going to get ripped apart on Instagram Reels. That's like a thing that they litter
They don't do
all
any
over the
censoring
comment sections.
on Instagram. Like, it's all just open, whereas TikTok censors a lot of their comments.
Instagram,
It's just a
they
free
censor the reels, but they don't censor the comments.
Okay,
That's
right.
so
So the
shitty.
comments on they don't do any censoring, so you can say whatever
Whereas
the fuck you want on
TikTok,
Instagram.
They censor the comments, but not the reels.
They'll censor like the videos to an extent.
They'll censor the most stupid stuff, but they won't censor like
The
there's the
nonchalant
entire
stuff.
end of TikTok that's like super alt-right. They don't censor a damn thing.
Well, yeah, no. And you can drink your own urine and stuff. It's all fine.
Oh yeah,
But like,
yeah.
no, yeah. There's multiple videos of
But,
that.
but
Don't
you
worry about it.
light a French fry on fire, suddenly there's a problem.
Yeah, so right, there are stupid things where they'll just like censor. So yeah, TikTok's a little bit different, but yeah, Instagram, they will fucking come for your throat, and I'm like, please do. It's just more content.
Please do. You're literally, I've never seen somebody want the hate like that. I think you're set apart for the rest. Like you're
He's learned to embrace it.
There. Yeah.
But it just rallies your fucking followers around you, and it's free content, and it makes me laugh.
And it boosts your content so much.
And it boosts my like, oh no, you are going to feed the algorithm by telling me something? Please don't do that. That's horrible.
I had one guy on one of my Instagram posts, and the only person I engaged with on that post was this guy, and I just kept, baiting him back for more and more posts over and over again. That video had like 10 times more views than any of my other videos.
Oh yeah,
they love the drama.
And people like drama too.
Yeah,
like it's
as soon as it had like 10 times more views, I turned around and I said, "Hey, dumbass, thanks for the views."
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and I pointed that out to him. I pointed out, you were the only person I engaged with on this video. Look at how many more views this video has than any other video.
Yep.
Dumbass. I was perfectly fine calling him a dumbass on there.
Oh, I call people fucking names all the time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
They usually deserve it. You guys are nice guys. I wouldn't say you're just out here calling people dumbasses that don't deserve it,
No, not for no reason. Absolutely. But like, for sure people are fucking stupid, and I will inform them as such. And please, if you want to call me fucking stupid, please do. Feed the algorithm, give me content. Thank you very much. Good day.
Hey, wasn't that a great time listening to the podcast? You were just, I'm assuming you were just listening to In Moderation. So if you go ahead and hit the 5-star button, is that a thing? The like button?
That's a thing.
No.
Yep.
The like button
5
on YouTube.
stars.
If you're on YouTube, hit the like button, not the dislike button. That's a bad button. The
Bad
like
button.
Bad
Don't
button.
touch.
Hit all the other buttons, the share, you can go check out
all those things.
Subscribe. Go check out our Patreon. Yeah. We do have a Patreon. It's free to join if you want, or you could give us some money. That'd be really cool, like $1 or $2. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have.
That's where you'll find all the news for this.
We're super appreciative. You can find all sorts of other stuff there. We do giveaways, I think, sometimes,
Sometimes.
all that good stuff. Yeah, absolutely. So, peace.